cruise news time. Well, we got a little cruise port drama brewing this morning. Carnival announcing that they're going to stop going to a popular cruise port for a while. And well, passengers in the cruise port, none too happy. Royal Caribbean trying to make passengers happy. Passengers looking to go to Asia. A big announcement out from Royal Caribbean. And there's a cruise ship worker who worked on a cruise ship where someone died, and well, she done saw a ghost. We got us a ghost story. Plus, we're here on the Monsters of the Lido, Lido Loca Halloween cruise on the Carnival horizon. And well, we ordered the room service, the new a la carte room service. Cruise news and my views. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Lido Loca. I'm your host, Tony, here with the latest cruise news and views for your October the 30th, 2022 Sunday face. Happy Sunday, everybody. We are almost out of October, and well, tomorrow is Halloween. It's your last chance to get a costume if you don't have a costume. Interesting things to talk about. We embarked on the Carnival horizon yesterday. Today is a sea day. Here's the sea. Don't be mad at me because I'm on the sea and you're in your recliner at home. It's that cruise life, baby. Yeah, sea day for us. Got a lot of cool things going on the cruise ship, but we got to talk about some cruise news. Cruise news story number one. Carnival Cruise Line came out last week and announced that they would be changing itineraries of 21 cruises, and instead of going to San Juan, Puerto Rico, well, they dropped San Juan, Puerto Rico, and they said that they're going to go instead to the Bahamas, to Nassau and other ports in the Bahamas, not making the trip to San Juan. And I've already talked to a few people on this cruise that were excited to go to San Juan that are now not excited because their cruise has changed. This is on the Carnival Mardi Gras. They use liquefied natural gas, so a different fuel source. And in Carnival's official statement, this is what they said: as we continue to refine our operational plans for your cruise, we have replaced our call from San Juan, Puerto Rico with a visit to Nassau in the Bahamas. Thank you for your understanding. We look forward to welcoming you aboard for a fun and memorable cruise. So in the email that they sent out to their guests, they said it was refining their operational plans. Well, the Port Authority down in San Juan, they're saying that it could be that, I guess, but they're also saying there may be another component driving this change. Joel Pisa is the executive director for the Port Authority in San Juan, and this is his quote. In essence, the reason expressed by Carnival is of a financial nature related to the cost of fuel and others that they have been explaining to their shareholders, clients, and suppliers. And so I don't think that this guy's coming out and saying that Carnival's trying to put a good spin on it for their customers, but he's saying that there's a deeper story there, that it costs less to go to Nassau, which is closer to the ports in Florida, than it does to come down to San Juan. There is rising cost in natural gas, and so I'm assuming that means rising costs in liquefied natural gas. And so we've seen it play out in the world, where Carnival is one of those companies, like the other cruise lines, trying to recover financially from the pandemic. And it makes sense if it is a little cheaper to go to Nassau than San Juan for a while, and this will help improve the bottom line, keep them afloat, as it were. Maybe that's why the decision was there. It's challenging times for these cruise companies as they're trying to figure out what levels they can pull to get back to a greater place of profitability. And certainly it's going to be interesting to see how customers react when you see these ports change. Let me kick it over to you. Were you impacted by any of these 21 Mardi Gras sailings that will now no longer go to Puerto Rico? How do you feel about that? Leave a comment below. Cruise news story number two. Royal Caribbean has made an announcement that the Spectrum of the Seas will be returning to Asia cruises. In a previous episode, we talked about how Costa Cruise Line had dropped its Asia cruises because all of those cruises had a heavy China component. China's still not open for cruising. Japan opening up in the future for cruising. But there are places in Asia that they're open for cruising, and Royal Caribbean has now opened up bookings for sailings in Thailand. Royal Caribbean's cruise ship, the Spectrum of the Seas, specifically built for the Asian market, will be doing multi-day sailings around Thailand. And and it's kind of exciting. Thailand's one of those exotic destinations that people plan to go to, and I can attest that the Spectrum of the Seas is a very cool cruise ship to cruise on. I actually was on that cruise ship out of China around Japan back in 2019. I know we got an international crowd here. I know we have people that like to travel to different parts of the world. Is Thailand on your bucket list for cruising? Does this opportunity to jump on a Royal Caribbean ship around Thailand interest you? Either way, leave a comment below. Now we got to talk about this ghost story on a cruise ship. I also want to show you my room service order from last night. But before we do both of those things, let me quickly invite you to subscribe. If you like staying up to date with everything that's going on in cruising, please consider subscribing with the notification bell on. That way you won't miss out on any of these episodes. Thank you in advance. All right, let's talk about late night room service on the Carnival Horizon. We got back to our cabin a little bit after 1 a.m. last night after testing the fates, after doing a little bit of gambling in the casino, and we got late night room service. Real easy to do. We ordered it through the app. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, and it took about 20 minutes for our food to arrive. And well, here, let me just give you a peek of what we got. All right, so we're trying out the new a la carte room service. We got the firecracker shrimp and French fries. There's that. We also got the Philly cheesesteak. Where? Philly cheesesteak and French fries.
And coleslaw.
Coleslaw. And after tip, that was $20.70. What do you think, Jay?
Smells good.
Smells good. So yeah, after tip and everything, that was $20. The food was good. The fries were a little cold, but the quality of the shrimp, I liked it. The Philly cheesesteak, the bread was fresh. It was all really good. Is it worth $20? I mean, I don't know. But late night, you don't have a lot of options. Could have went and stood in the pizza line, but yeah. So would you pay $20 for those two items that we had? Leave a comment below. Now let's talk about a ghost story on the eve of Halloween. The U.S. Sun has an article out there of an ex-crew member who worked on a cruise ship where people died who saw themselves a ghost. Now, the name of the cruise ship was not released in the article, but the story goes like this. The ex-cruise ship worker and entertainer on a cruise ship, she had a cabin to herself. She awoke one night, and as she looked toward the bathroom, there was an apparition there. There was a spirit afloat, I guess afloat. It was that of an old man donning a news cap, smoking a pipe. She got a visit from the dad of my 3 sons. I don't know. But yes, and this changed her life. It changed her spiritual outlook. She saw an apparition, and she started believing in the afterlife. That's what it says in the article. No shade on anybody's spiritual journey. And she also speculated that maybe the reason she saw this apparition is because people had died on a cruise ship. Now, it's very frequent for people to die on cruise ships. Cruise ships are well equipped to deal with people passing away. They have facilities to take care of all of those things. And so it's not unique. It's not like she was on the one cruise ship where somebody passed away and then she saw the apparition. But nonetheless, she saw an apparition. That is her story. She saw herself a ghost, and it changed her. And it's an interesting story to me. And I guess after I read the story, the reason I wanted to share the story with you is just to ask the simple question: do you believe in ghosts? I don't personally believe in ghosts, but do you believe in ghosts? There's so much to know about cruising. I did make this video, 20 cruise things that not all people know about. Stay most informed by watching this video next. This is Tony for Lido Loca on the Carnival Horizon. Spooky time. Woo! And well, until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido.